Hello guys, it's me again, and today I'm bringing you the latest with a lot of speculations for you to do. The victim in the D4VD investigation, Celeste, has been laid to rest.
This is 28 days after her body was found in the trunk of an impounded car belonging to the pop star known as David.
The dirt is fresh on her grave, but there is no justice. And for her family, a chasm of unanswered questions remains wide open. So let's get into it. This isn't just a story about a death. It's a story about a system failing, about power and influence, and about a 14-year-old girl whose story was cut tragically short. My stomach sank today, seeing the pictures from Celeste's funeral. It became so real, so visceral, to see them bury their 14-year-old daughter, their niece, their cousin. The sea of grieving faces wakes you up to how many people are affected, how many loved this little girl. And seeing people crying, emotionally shattered while remembering her life. It just makes me so much more angry that we don't have justice yet. And while I want Celeste's body to be at peace, I have to question the autopsy process. How did the report gather enough evidence to declare they won't have to go and, this is morbid, dig her back up later? It feels like a door is being permanently closed.
Last week, when crews were hauling out boxes and crates and bags and throwing them in a trailer, it was a very different scene from the actual move conducted by actual movers the week before.
Currently, the autopsy report is officially deferred. But is there a world where it could just be permanently inconclusive? Are we just never going to get answers? Her body was heavily decomposed, which is the central problem here. We don't even know exactly how long she was in that Tesla. New conspiracies suggest she hadn't been seen since early 2025, so we have no real idea what the medical examiner was working with. They said she wasn't pregnant, but that's pretty much all we got. They reported she'd been dead for weeks, but we don't know how many, and honestly, I don't trust that they even know. This uncertainty is the fog that D4VD's team is hiding in. And to think there's a possibility that this singer, with all his power, popularity, and connections, might weasel away from taking responsibility for a 14-year-old girl's life, even though the circumstantial evidence screams his name. It's infuriating, and the comments lately have been throwing me off. The toxicity that brews when there's no quick action is vile. People asking why use a full-size casket, making grotesque speculations about her body. Others bizarrely defending D4VD or blaming the family. But let's be clear, people are upset because we haven't seen the police do anything. I'm still holding out hope, but the theory is simple. He killed her and probably told a buddy to get rid of the car, abandoning it on a street. Which, by the way, was actually right by his house. Not exactly a masterstroke of criminal genius.
We know as Celeste's home that she lived with her family, and right over there is the beautiful memorial we have seen in her honor. But today we confirmed with a neighbor that they had seen a black Tesla coming in and out at all hours in the night. We can confirm it was when Celeste was still here, and that it was near her home. Her home is right here, and the area that the black Tesla was seen was over in this vicinity. There's a parking lot in this area back there, and then there's also street parking. So we were
You know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire? Neighbors saw that Tesla. They noticed it. It seemed odd. It adds up. It probably was him. And usually, your gut feeling, what the evidence points to, is the conclusion. But ever since David hired legal powerhouse Blair Burke, the headlines have done a 180. Authorities say there's no evidence connecting David to the death. David's attorney says no public evidence links musician to the teen's death. But when you look through these articles, there's literally no source, no quote from the attorney saying this. Why are these bot-like headlines popping up everywhere? The actual LAPD statement is far more telling. They confirmed her body was found in a Tesla belonging to David, a vehicle parked for several weeks. Crucially, the medical examiner has not been able to determine a cause of death. That means, legally, investigators cannot look into criminal culpability. They can't name him a suspect because they can't prove a crime occurred. It's a perfect decomposition-created legal limbo. And then there's the social media activity. Why was David active on TikTok following Playboi Carti's new account in the middle of this? Does this mean law enforcement hasn't even seized his devices? It's baffling. And on the victim's side, the digital trail is just as eerie. One person noted that Celeste's Discord bio changed post-disappearance, had KYS in it, and then magically disappeared. That doesn't happen unless someone logged in. This brings me to a critical point. There's a reason why stars like David always seem to walk away from scandals untouched. Just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Most regular people, including me, don't have a legal army behind them. If you're injured, insurance companies try to pay you as little as possible. That is where Morgan & Morgan comes in. With over 1,000 attorneys, they are built to fight for regular people, not corporations. In Florida, a client was offered $350,000. Morgan & Morgan stepped in and got them $12 million. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, but this is what they do. It's easier than ever. You don't deal with paperwork and you pay nothing up front. You can start your claim now by scanning the QR code on screen or the link in the description. The fee is free unless they win. If you're ever injured, check out Morgan & Morgan. It's fast, simple, and it could change everything.
Version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
Now, back to the case. This brings us to the investigators. Our guy, SF Investigates Steve, has been deep on this. He shared a tweet that shifted the timeline entirely. He's starting to believe the information about a family member messaging Celeste in July was incorrect.
Why are you?
Yeah, he's got evidence, yet I can't say.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay,
Also, why are you holding on to evidence?
You don't want... It's
Devin, are you
evidence
calling
that...
bullshit? Because I'm calling bullshit.
You don't want me to say it because
No, we
it's
don't.
sensitive.
There's no trace of her after early 2025. The Tesla's registration expired in January 2025. It was ticketed twice in late January in Hollywood, then not again until it was impounded.
They are being so closed-lipped on this. I've never seen this. People I know who I'm friendly with just hang up.
Really?
It's weird. It's weird.
They just put the phone down?
Steve wonders if something happened to her many months ago. He points out that being in a sealed compartment with little oxygen and no insects would slow decomposition. This could mean she was in that car since February or March. Steve, who has been right on most things, thinks an arrest is a week away. But then there's the media side. We all know Harvey from TMZ. He owns it, runs it, and he's been doing live streams, giving what seem like clues. But in a recent stream, it was more apparent than ever. He was talking about how he's been trying to get tips, but nobody's talking. He said this case is different because of the absolute silence. And that speaks volumes. Unless our boy Harvey is smart. Maybe he said too much last time, and now he's trying to make it seem like he's got no intel. And this gets darker. A person pointed out that Harvey is vacation buddies with Blair Burke. D4VD's lawyer. They may be close
Goodbye?
friends.
Weird.
Maybe that's the real reason he's
Maybe
not
they don't
leaking
know
any
anything.
info.
I don't know. Maybe I did something.
What could that, like, what could the
I
reason for
don't know.
that be?
It makes me think there is a big twist because they don't act this way. There's something. But my gut tells me they're going to move on somebody not too long from now.
This is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's a combination of surveillance video, Tesla video, and DNA that I think is going to crack this.
We need to get some answers. On surveillance, you'd think investigators have everything. They've probably gone to every house. I know ring footage deletes after 30 days, but some people have extended plans. There has to be something. Did anyone see them walking to the car late at night? One sharp commenter theorized his 3-car garage was a mini arcade, which is why he didn't park inside.
A lot of people are going to be asking the very obvious question of why hasn't David been brought in at least for questioning? Law enforcement doesn't have the answers they want in order to be able to confront or question David, especially without an autopsy report as to the cause and manner of death.
And the dust on that car looked to be more than a few weeks' worth. I just hope our PI Steve and even Harvey are correct that there's going to be movement in this case, because I feel so uneasy thinking about poor, deceased Celeste, buried in her grief without any justice. Make it make sense. I feel so terrible for her. And you know what? Even if her family was terrible and neglectful, and oh, they're caring now, it doesn't matter. She still went through something so traumatic. And even after she's dead, what was done to her body is so gross and disrespectful. So we're sending good vibes to her. We pray that something happens this week. We will be watching. I hope you guys endured this deep dive. We will see you soon with any updates. Do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel for latest updates like this. Bye.